Hey guys, Lexus Driver here. Welcome to a new video. Now, on this video, I like to talk about a new favorite vehicle in a specific vehicle lineup. This one is from Nissan. Nissan actually has a luxury division called Infinity, but I'm not going to bother talking about Infinity because the Infinity and Acura, these are both luxury divisions of specific Japanese vehicle companies. Acura is the luxury division of Honda, and Infinity is the luxury division of Nissan. And both of these luxury divisions, they rarely sell very well in other countries, so it's a rarity in other countries, including where I'm from in the Philippines. But it is a thing in North America, particularly the United States. So for Acura and Infinity, I'm not going to bother talking about those since those are a rarity. So I'm going to be talking about the main lineup for this one. Just like with Honda. I'm not going to bother talking about Acura. For Nissan, I'm also not going to bother talking about Infinity. So I'm just going to be talking about the main lineup. So for Nissan. Okay. Anyways, so on this video, I like to say that this vehicle here, this is my favorite Nissan vehicle of all time. Now, you're probably seeing a pattern right now in me making these videos. You notice that a lot of my favorite vehicles of all time are sedans. As I said, when I was a kid, I grew up, with sedans. Because sedans, they're family friendly. They're really good for a family of three or a family of four. So the Nissan Altima, it's something that I would totally eye this as my favorite Nissan vehicle of all time. So, anyways, this is the Nissan Altima. This is a mid-size sedan, and this is Nissan's answer to the Toyota Corolla. No, not the Toyota Corolla. The Toyota Camry, and also the Honda Accord. Literally any mid-size sedan, in any vehicle company, this is Nissan's answer to those competitors. So um, the Nissan Altima, uh, similar to the Camry and similar to the Accord, this vehicle is very family friendly for small families, for a family of three or a family of four. So very friendly for small families. Okay, this one won a lot of awards. Oh, okay, the drivetrain on the Nissan Altima is similar to the Camry. You can have the option for a front-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive. Front-wheel drive, I would say, is the most common one you'll be using, especially when you're just gonna be driving in the city. All-wheel drive is you're gonna be traversing light terrain. You are also it's still useful for on-road driving, but um, all-wheel drive, I highly recommend, if you're going to be driving the all-wheel drive version of the Nissan Altima, I recommend that this is only for light terrain. If you're going to be going for rough terrain, use a four-wheel drive vehicle, because all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, people use these interchangeably. All-wheel drive and four-wheel drive are totally different things. So all-wheel drive on the Nissan Altima, this is primarily for if you're going to be going through light terrain, when the roads are uneven. All-wheel drive is your friend. Front-wheel drive is if you're going to be city driving. But for the Nissan Altima, regardless of the drivetrain, front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, I don't matter. As long as it keeps that feel of a sedan, perfect for a family of three or a family of four, and literally any small family would be driving this vehicle. Okay, all right. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it's the safety features similar to Toyota's safety sense, and also Honda. You know what I mean. Keeps you safe for you as a driver, your passengers, and and road and pedestrians, including other vehicles. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys the gallery. Um, okay, here we go, the gallery. Now the exterior, as I said in my previous video, I'm not going to bother talking too much about the exterior because, the exterior is really self-explanatory. The Nissan Altima, you do have the option, for a sporty feel. But me personally, when it comes to the Nissan Altima, I would prefer the normal Nissan Altima because the normal Nissan Altima, you do get like, you know, if you go with the sporty feel of the Nissan Altima, the vehicle height is lowered, and from my experience of a lowered vehicle height, my parents, lowered vehicle height, it's too low. You don't have a lot of ground clearance. I understand why they lowered the vehicle height. It's primarily to reduce drag and whatnot, to give it a sporty feel. So. Uh, as much as I like the sporty feel of a lowered vehicle height on a Nissan Altima, it's really not my thing. I kind of prefer the normal Nissan Altima, like what you would use every day. Okay, that's all for the exterior. I'm gonna go with the interior right now. Interior, I have a lot to say about the interior. Exterior is, like I said, is self-explanatory. Huh. Okay, so this is your infotainment screen, for navigation systems, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and literally, if you're going to be controlling your audio system. Everything is laid out here on the screen here. It's rectangular shape, so you can have a split screen, or you can just have a full screen of your map when you're going to be in route guidance. It doesn't really matter. Like the infotainment screen on this one, I can live with that. I have no qualms about the size of the infotainment screen. So this one, I'm okay with this. Oh yeah, okay. As I said, the Nissan Altima is a sedan. You see, it can sit perfectly for a family of three, four, and even five, because the middle seat, the middle part can actually act as a seat. Okay, so here we go. Um, okay, so uh, now unlike the other competitors, like the Camry, the Accord, this one here is pretty unique because when you're going to be starting your vehicle, your push button start is actually on the center console. So they kind of got this idea from Volvo. Um, the Where the push button start is located, um, I have no complaints. Regardless of where they put the push button start to start the vehicle, like right on the dashboard, or in this case the center console. I have no qualms for where they put the push button start, as long as it's accessible. You can reach it. As long as it's reachable and visible, you can still start the vehicle. So this one, I have no qualms. Anyways, I think. Wait, hang on. Oh, wait. Let's see if I can go full screen. Okay, here we go. Um, okay, so the shifter on the Nissan Altima, it's very simple. I don't know if there's actually I don't know if there's actually I don't know if they can let you uh upshift or downshift, but I think only this one, you only have the option to put it in low gear. So as you can see, park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then L. L is the low gear. So this is very useful, when you're going downhill, a very steep downhill decline. Put it in L, and just concentrate on driving. And I think, I don't know if there's a downhill assist control button. I don't know if this vehicle is equipped with downhill assist control because, um, as I explained about downhill assist control, this is very useful for when you're going to be traveling downhill. Okay. As I was saying, downhill assist control, it can work well if you put the vehicle in low gear. When you put the vehicle in low gear and then turn on downhill assist control, all you have to concentrate is steering. You don't have to touch the brake pedals because since it's automated, if you touch the brake pedals, that actually turns off downhill assist control. So with downhill assist control, once you press that button, then put the vehicle in low gear, all you have to do is concentrate on steering. So I think the Nissan Altima, I don't know if they have this, but I highly doubt they might have this. So best option, if you're going to be going downhill, you have to put the vehicle in low gear. Okay, this is your instrument panel. Um, this is your instrument panel. A very big multi-information display. Um, yeah. Your speedometer and your tachometer. Obviously, this is the American. Obviously, this is Nissan USA, Nissan North America. So you are gonna have um, a customary and metric speedometer. This is what your speedometer looks like if you're driving in if you're driving in in North America. So I I find that the instrument panel, like you still get the analog speedometer and tachometer, but an analog speedometer and an analog tachometer, I can live with that. I'm very used to these speedometers and tachometers. Um, the Nowadays, a lot of the vehicles today, they all use digital speedometers that you can switch from. You have the option to switch to the customary system or the metric system. So I have no qualms. I don't mind, the speedometers and tachometers being like this because, the cars I grew up with as a kid, still have analog speedometers and tachometers. Okay, your shifter. Okay, you do get dual zone climate control. Two cup holders, a Qi wireless charger. Oh, okay. You do get an electronic parking brake. So at least you do have an indicator because there was a car review I watched like so long ago. The He has no problems with the electronic parking brake, but the problem is there is an indicator on the instrument panel, but it would have been better to have an indicator also on the electronic parking brake handle itself. Like push it. If you push it forward, that releases the parking brake. Pull it back. Pushing it forward, pushing it will turn off the parking brake. Pulling it will turn on the parking brake. But I think the parking brake can also be engaged when you put the vehicle in park, since this is an electronic parking brake. Okay, you do get four cameras in this vehicle, and I'm okay with that. Like, since vehicles are changing rapidly, manufacturers are really finding a lot of leeways to help you drive safely at low speed. In times when you're going to be parking the vehicle, and you need a full picture of what are your blind spots on each part of your vehicle. So I do love having four cameras, one on the front grille, two on the front, two on the side mirrors, and a backup camera. though you can only use the backup camera when you put the vehicle in reverse. For the other cameras, I think there's a separate view button that can let you activate the cameras. Speakers, okay. And I think that's basically it about the interior of the vehicle. So overall, Nissan Altima, this I would say I can imagine, driving this vehicle. If I were to drive it as a test vehicle, um, I would I would totally use this to traverse the the Trail of Tears National Historic Trail, and also the National September 11th Memorial Trail. I would definitely use this. I would definitely imagine driving this vehicle traversing these historic and memorial trails. Now the Nissan Altima, as you can see here in the lineup here, if I click vehicles, as you can see here, electrified. Okay, I think that's the one. As you can see here, the Nissan Altima only comes in a gasoline model, so I hope for Nissan in the future they might make the Nissan Altima an all hybrid, and also maybe also their SUVs and whatnot. So I really hope the Nissan Altima can I hope the Nissan Altima might come back as a full hybrid, because the Toyota Camry you can now only get it as a hybrid, and the the Honda Accord, you still get a gasoline model, but you also have a hybrid model. But regardless, I really hope the Nissan Altima you can get this as a hybrid. I would really love to see it as a hybrid. But anyway, guys, that's all I have this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and be sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay updated on new content I have on my YouTube channel. But anyway, guys, that's all I have this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, and have a good day, everybody.